So let's clap for ourselves. Yes, because today is not just a great day because it is a birth anniversary of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, but it is the realization of his dream of young scientist. He conceptualized it, and today, after so many years, we can see so many young people devoted to science. Science, I'll tell you what is science. I came here in a car. Car is a product of science. I fell a little ill in the morning. Medicine I took. Science. I am speaking through a mic. Science. Anything and everything you do is made easy, valuable, and progressive through science. So science is not just what we read in books. Science is also how we conduct our lives. Conduct our lives means, so if there are people who are just emotional, फिर वो कैसे react करते हैं situations में? मर गए, खत्म हो गया, ये हो गया. But what is this? Is it a scientific way to deal with it? What is the scientific way? You see how I can do what I want to do. You find ways. If Edison would not have tried 10,000 times to make a bulb. आज हम कैसे कर रहे होते ये इवेंट? मोमबत्ती जला के, थोड़ा सा मोमबत्ती जला के करनी पड़ती है ये वाली इवेंट. But because he tried for so many times that today we are in a well-lit auditorium. This also makes us learn that try and try always. It's not that only only the rabbit will win the race. You never know when the tortoise will win the race. So you must keep trying wherever you are. Now, to emphasize the young minds, I will try to tell you a story. A young boy born in a very remote corner, very remote corner of India, a small island off the coast of southern India, and not born to a very rich family, but a very hand-to-mouth family of a fisherman. And now this boy, how many of you think this boy has huge chances of success? He has huge chances of success, even though he was in the remote corner of India, in a village, and born to a not so rich parents, where there were schools not so well equipped. But what he had a dream. And who am I talking about? Yes, APJ Abdul Kalam sir. This means that if APJ Abdul Kalam sir can dream to become can take the highest position in science in India and later become the President of India, this means we all, these students, you all, should you dream small? You are in prestigious colleges, schools, you are having loving parents. I can see so many parents coming with their children. This means we who are the privileged ones should not dream slow and low. We should dream loud and big. Not just the leaders of India, but the global leaders, wherever you are, in whatever stream you are working. Okay, how many of you want to become engineers? Doctors? CA? Acha, few CA janta, okay. Lawyers? Okay. And civil servants? Okay, so I can see a lot of people aspiring for civil services also. So whatever you are dreaming, try to be the best. Best means if you want to be engineer, work towards it with a big dream. ऐसे नहीं मैं रोड बनाऊंगा. Road is small. क्या बनाएंगे? World's best road. I will not just be a computer science engineer, but I will be person who will build AI, the most advanced version of it. So whenever you are dreaming, dream big. But when I say dream big, what comes along with it? Second, responsibility, sacrifice. How many of you are ready to make sacrifices? Sure? Yes, you will have to make sacrifices. Nothing comes which is worthwhile without a sacrifice. You will have to be ready. If you have to work late nights, work. If you have to study, study. You can do anything till the time you understand it is you who will bear the rewards of your success. Who will enjoy a good house? You. Cars, prestige, social status, everything will be enjoyed by you. This means who will have to make sacrifices? Your parents? Teachers? Anybody else? No. Who will make sacrifices for your success? You yourself. You will have to sacrifice whatever is required to make your dream a success. So you should dream big, at the same time be ready for working hard, diligently, with passion. Because just like you cannot transfer your stomach ache to your parents, can you do that? कर सकते हैं क्या? मम्मी आधा पेट दर्द आप ले लो, पापा आधा आप ले लो, मैं टीवी देख लेता हूँ, ऐसा कर सकते हैं? Then this means we cannot also transfer our hardships and our successes. वो भी हमारी ही होती हैं, like पेट दर्द. And if you have to have hardships, then who is going to overcome them? You. And if you get success, who will say, oh, he is a hero, or she is a hero? Who will say? Others will say, but you will enjoy the gleam. उधर खुशी खुशी पेरेंट्स आके कहते हैं बहुत बहुत फक्र हो रहा है आज मुझे तुम्हारे ऊपर. This line is very motivational. Nothing motivates a person more than this. And I would all like to record it and listen it 10 times a day. Because if you are making your parents proud, your nation is automatically proud of you. Institutions are automatically proud of you. You people are our future. I'm here. I became a doctor, I did my BDS, after that I qualified civil services, now I'm a teacher. We can be many things in our life. And many things means many, many things. Just don't stop. Don't let anybody tell you that you can only be this. You can only be a teacher or you can only be a engineer. No. Dream whatever you want to dream about. How many of you want to become President of India? Prime Minister. बाकी लोग सोच रहे हैं ओह मैम ने तो ज़्यादा बड़ा सोचवा दिया. Is it so? Who wants to be the head of scientific community here in India? Great. This is lovely. Think like this. Because if you aim for the moon, you at least land up in stars. So you don't aim for stars ever. Don't aim for stars. Stars तो compensation है. वो कौन सा एक होता है ना participation certificate. Stars तो participation certificate के लिए मिलते हैं. Prize किसके लिए मिलता है? Moon के लिए. So we all have to aspire for moon, the highest position wherever we are. I see a lot of parents here. Lot of parents. I'll tell you. A child's first teacher, motivation, and friend are parents. So try to be as good a parent as possible, because you are not just nurturing someone who will take your name and legacy, you are also nurturing who will be the legacy of India. You have a very big job. You know, the mothers here, the fathers here, very big job. If you tell your child from day one that you were born to do something big, like Alva Edison's mother said, you know what happened? So once Alva Edison was not a very bright child in school, or rather, he was very slow. Very slow. He could not read, he could not write, he could not learn. His teacher got irritated and wrote a note to his mother. And it read, Alva Edison is an idiot and we will not be able to teach him. Please take him away and put him in a special school. Now when Alva Edison, mother started crying, and Alva Edison thought, Mommy, why are you crying? Mother, why are you crying? So mother said, oh, it is written in the note that you are such a bright child that we don't have teachers to teach you, and we will not be able to teach this hugely bright child. That is why from tomorrow you will not go to school and I will teach you. He was homeschooled. How many classmates name you know about of Alva Edison? किसी का नाम पता है? किसका पता है? Alva Edison. This means the motivation to be Alva Edison was given by her mother, his mother. This means if you are a parent, you have to be like this. You have to be like the mother of Alva Edison, motivating your child. Don't worry what others are saying. Others will say something. If your child will go into IIT, they will say, अच्छा IIT में तो गया है, कौन सा प्रधानमंत्री बन गया था? And if they will not clear civil service of this any IIT or any exams, इतनी बार कोशिश करी फिर भी नहीं हुआ. They will always say something. But it is you who have to nurture your child's confidence and make them shine. And parents, remember, whenever you are telling your child to do something, remember you are making them future of India. So if you know and if you want our future to be bright, create as well as nurture bright students. Let them be themselves. So if a parent has ever wanted to do civil services and if they force their child, आपको भी civil services करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि मैं नहीं कर पाई थी या कर पाया था. Don't do this to your child because your life has been different and your dreams were different. Let your children dream for themselves. If they dream to become civil servant, fine. They will work hard and they should become a civil servant. They want to become the scientific head, they want to become a researcher, they want to become an entrepreneur, they want to become a teacher, whatever they want to become, let them. Let them be the best of whatever they are. Don't put your dreams into their heads. Let them use their own heads. Now, apart from parents, I also find there are a lot of teachers. How many teachers here? Lovely. So many teachers. I always felt that most under-recognized community is a teacher. Because after parents, if somebody is happy, if a child succeeds more, is a teacher only. This means we teachers, and when I say we teachers, I say I am also a teacher now. And you see, I have chosen teaching over being a doctor and over also being a civil servant. I still chose teaching because with teaching comes a noble passion to create the future. When you are, the way a teacher talks to a child nurtures how that child will talk to others. If the teacher is motivating, teacher एक बार कहती बेटा बहुत अच्छा किया आपने, very good. कितने समय तक याद रहता है बच्चे को? Always. Take any great personality, anywhere. They will always tell you a story about a teacher in their life who motivated them, who said, you can do it. And someone who helped. APJ Abdul Kalam ji ने अपने टीचर के बारे में बताया. Who was he? A small teacher in his village. रामेश्वरम के छोटे से गांव के छोटे से स्कूल के टीचर ने एक दिन एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम को कुछ कहा और देश को क्या मिल गया? एक प्रेसिडेंट मिल गया, एक हमारा साइंटिफिक हेड मिल गया, डीआरडीओ को उन्होंने हेड किया. दिस मीन्स वन वर्ड फ्रॉम टीचर, वन gesture from teacher can create legends. Don't ever feel अच्छा हमें तो सिलेबस पढ़ाना है. सिलेबस तो कोई भी पढ़ा देगा. थोड़े दिन में टेक्नोलॉजी ऐसी आ जाएगी कि ऐसे किताब रखो, वीडियो बन जाएगी उसकी. आ भी गई है. We all know AI is here. AI can replace everything, but it can't replace one thing. That is the spirit, the emotions a human invests in other humans. A teacher can invest in a child can invest in a teacher. A parent can invest in a child, and a child that can invest in a parent. This cannot be replaced by any technology. So let us use technology as a good slave and make ourselves the creator of tomorrow. So if ever somebody asks teachers, आप क्या करते हैं? Don't say I teach physics. Say I create future of India. On sidelines, I teach physics. It's a side job. Main job is to create good human beings. Those human beings who are resilient. वो छोटी मोटी चीज से घबराए नहीं. एक अटेम्प्ट, 2 अटेम्प्ट, 3 अटेम्प्ट. कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स के लिए घबराना नहीं है. How many of you want to give some kind of a competitive exam? Very good. How many of you are even ready to fail and still continue? Very good. How many of you think that only success in a competitive exam is important? No? Very right. That's not the end of anything. But we should still compete. And when we are competing for any exam, what we should be doing first and foremost, be honest. Honest means complete honesty with your studies. ऐसे कितने बच्चों ने ऐसा किया है? किताब खोल के पढ़ रहे थे, जैसे ही मम्मी आई उन्होंने लिखना चालू कर दिया. या फिर अच्छा कौन किसने बच्चों के पास मोबाइल है? हाँ, किसने ऐसा किया कि टीवी या मोबाइल देख रहे थे, ऐसे स्क्रॉल कर रहे थे, इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक, अचानक से मम्मी के आने की कदमों की आवाज आई और तुरंत वो फोन नीचे चला गया और किताब ऊपर आ गई. किसने किया है? हाँ. ये नहीं करना. पता है क्यों? When you are watching TV or when you are using phone, do it with complete confidence. अभी ये 1 घंटा मैं नहीं पढ़ूंगा या पढ़ूंगी. अभी मैं 1 घंटा क्या करूंगा? मोबाइल. ऑनेस्ट, सीधा. और जब मैं 1 घंटा पढ़ रहा हूं या पढ़ रही हूं, तब पढ़ाई. I'm not studying under the pressure of anybody, but I'm studying because I want to become something. Currently, your parents are supporting you. कभी पैसे मांगने होते हैं तो कहाँ जाते हैं हम लोग? Parents. After some time, you will be the one giving money. तब क्या होगा? 2-4 बच्चे शर्मा रहे हैं. शर्माने की बात नहीं है. There will be a time, and what do you want to do at that time? You want to be the good parent? For this you need to prepare now. आपका बच्चा बोले तो आपके पास होने चाहिए वो. You should be independent. And for this, make your plan, make your strategy now. I'm not saying kill your childhood. Enjoy your childhood. खूब मजे करो. लेकिन एक चीज inculcate कर लो, सिर्फ एक, honesty. Honesty to your own self. मुझे पता है मुझे कितना पढ़ना है और मुझे जब पढ़ना है तब मैं पढ़ूंगा. फिर चाहे दुनिया इधर की उधर हो जाए. Even if the best match is on, all my friends are enjoying, but if I have to study, I will study. And if I don't feel like studying currently, then I will not put or take up the book in front of me just to show somebody else. We don't show, we do. है ना? शो ऑफ से किसी का कुछ भला नहीं हुआ. All the people who show off, after some time they have neither show nor off. But we will have to do whatever you are, whatever. आप बोलो मुझे नहीं बनना साइंटिस्ट, मुझे बनना है मॉडल, मुझे बनना है एक्ट्रेस, जो भी, whatever you want to be, just understand and follow your dreams. And lastly, for that thing for which I think I was called, UPSC. So a lot of people here are interested in knowing about UPSC exam. Now, UPSC exam, civil services, it's a very prestigious exam. And of course, if something is that prestigious, it means it will be easy or difficult. It will be difficult. But it is undoable or doable? Doable. हर साल कम से कम 1000 बच्चा तो select हो ही जा रहा है. Sometimes 800, 900, 1000, they are getting selected. This means we can also do it. And how to do it? First, honesty. Second, you must realize that any exam and any other thing in life, if you apply science means decoding, how it is framed, how it is done. If you know how a phone works, you can manage phone better. Similarly, if you have decoded, if you have applied a little bit of science, how UPSC makes the papers, what are the areas which we should cover. If you have applied the science everywhere, you will decode it. And once you decode it, it's not that difficult. It's a myth that has been created around UPSC कि कुछ भी आ सकता है, सब पढ़ना पड़ेगा. पढ़ना थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, लेकिन सब नहीं पढ़ना. No exam is there where everything you have to read. Nobody can do that. This means you have to decode your preparation. And how you can do it? Number one, of course, current affairs. Start reading newspaper as early on. But how will you read newspaper? Tailored to the demands of exam. Not like Chacha ji, Mama ji and Papa ji, how they read newspaper. You don't have to read newspaper like them. You have to read newspaper like a civil servant. What exactly is happening in the world? अच्छा, अभी इजराइल का इशू आया है, क्या impact है? Does India get impacted? How? Why? What is the core issue? That you will have to find out from newspaper. Then those NCRTs you people think like burdens, that you will have to read diligently. You know, when people after graduation come to us and try to start preparing for civil services, first thing we tell them is NCRT, 6 to 12. अब 12th कर आया है बच्चा, तो उसे NCRT क्यों पढ़ा रहे हैं? क्योंकि 12th तक उसने ढंग से NCRT पढ़ी नहीं. You have not studied it properly. You have studied it only to give tests and only to a limited extent. बस question बन जाए, उतना हम लोग ने पढ़ लिया है. But we have not understood the import of those NCRTs. So while you are at school or while you are preparing in your graduation, start reading newspaper, start reading your NCRTs and taking command over it. पूरा एकदम अपने कब्जे में कर लेना है NCRT के कंटेंट को. And third, start reading standard books. A lot of standard books are there. Now, even if I tell you, number of toppers will tell you this. You open YouTube, everyone is telling you this. Still, only few will do it. Because we enjoy hearing about something. But what is the difficult part? Doing. Hearing is the easiest job. बस यही तो बताया ना हमने. करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ लो, न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ लो, NCRTs पढ़ लो, बेसिक बुक्स पढ़ लो. पता सबको है क्या होना है, क्या करना है. लेकिन सबसे जरूरी चीज स्किप हो जाती है. वो क्या है? करना. So if you plan to be a civil servant, This means you will have to be a doer. Doer means sit and study. Make your targets and study. And graduation is the right time to prepare for civil services if you are interested in it. Because I don't understand people wasting years after graduation to prepare for any exam. Why? Because exam should be done with the degree. Competitive exam matlab, it should be prepared during degree. Because after that, each year you drop is a burden. Each year you say, I am preparing for IIT, NEET, UPSC is a burden. Because then you will have to explain, क्या कर रहा है बेटा? अभी तो UPSC की तैयारी कर रहा है या कर रही है. Relatives are asking, padausi is asking, everybody is asking. Supposedly after 1 year you have to give another attempt. Then second year, 2 साल से यही कर रहे हैं, 3 साल बेवकूफ है क्या? इतने सालों से कर रहे हैं, उसका हुआ ही नहीं. They don't know the gravity of this exam. And why we have to tell them? You don't have to tell them. Because you should prepare with a degree. Prepare with your graduation, post-graduation, do something and keep preparing for your civil services. And then when you get selected, people see your photos in newspapers, TVs, everywhere. तो हाँ करी थी साइड में यूपीएससी की भी तैयारी, पता नहीं हो गया, आराम से हो गया. This is how you will have to tell them. End of the story is, whatever you do with utter honesty, plan, dream big, but take responsibility. If you dream and you do not take responsibility, then stop dreaming. उठो, चाय पियो और ड्रीम मत करो. क्यों? Because dream means that it is in your mind, in your subconscious mind, and you must achieve things there. अगर आपने जो आपने सोचा एक बार नहीं किया, 2 बार नहीं किया, 3 बार नहीं किया, your mind gets trained कि सोच सकते हैं, करना जरूरी नहीं है. But the moment your mind is trained that I will think and I will do it, your life will be a success. You will be a legend. आज जाके अपनी कॉपीज पे लिख लेना, whatever your name is, I am a legend, I am a success. Because if you have written, and write it only if you feel it, and if you have written, be that person, whatever you have written. And lastly, I'm not a very motivator kind of a person, but I am a realist. I talk only realism. Realism means truth. Truth is that people wish, but they don't deserve. Wish means, wishing is the easiest job and deserving is the hardest. But if you deserve your success, if you deserve rank 1, if you deserve being a civil servant, if you deserve whatever you are, you deserve, and you will not have to desire even. अपने आप हो जाएगा. If somebody deserves selection into IIT, NEET, UPSC, anywhere, they are so good in their studies and competitive skills. If you deserve it, you will get it easily. And easily means easy for others, but for your own self, yes, it will require hard work. Thank you so much. So there is a Q&A session. Anybody who has questions, please? Yes.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
I have a question. As you said in the speech that Thomas Edison was motivated by his mother. So I have a question that in a different scenario, if somebody is preparing for some UPSC civil service examinations, and if he doesn't get any support from his parents or his friends or colleagues, they are saying that his marks are average, you are an average student, and in marks sheet also it says that he is an average student. So ma'am, how should he motivate himself to prepare for such examinations?
There are two things. One is what others say about you. That's not important. If your parents, friends, this, that, they are saying you can't do it, not important. Because they don't know you. They don't know your potential first. In history there are replete examples जहाँ पे सबको लग रहा था कि ये बच्चा कुछ नहीं करेगा, इसका तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता, स्कूल में मार्क्स नहीं आ रहे, वैसे भी अच्छा कुछ लाइफ में नहीं किया है, तो उन्होंने सबने उसको डिक्लेयर कर दिया फेलियर। फिर एक दिन अचानक से ये रियलाइज होता है कि ओह, ये तो अपनी मेहनत से बन गया। उन्हीं का नाम तो आता है। आपने कभी बायोग्राफीज देखी है? बायोग्राफीज, लेजेंड्स, वी टॉक अबाउट ऑल दिस पीपल। अब एडिसन हो गए, मैडम क्यूरी, ये सब जितने लोग हैं, हम उनका नाम क्यों ले रहे हैं? बिकॉज दे आर लेजेंड्स एंड nobody can tell you आप क्या नहीं कर सकते, but at the same time we must evaluate our own selves. किसी और का evaluation नहीं चाहिए। किसका evaluation चाहिए? खुद का। You evaluate, पेपर देखो, सब्जेक्ट देखो, तैयारी देखो, फिर evaluate करो। If I am able to do it, क्या मैं उतना हार्ड वर्क कर सकता हूँ? क्या मेरी एरिया ऑफ कॉम्पिटेंस के अंदर आता है? अगर नहीं आता तो क्या मैं उस कॉम्पिटेंस को लाने के लिए मेहनत कर सकता हूँ? अगर कर सकते हो और ये आपको इतना पैशन देता है कि आपको इस बात से फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि बाकी लोग घूमने जा रहे हैं और मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ, डोंट लिसन टू एनीबॉडी, डू व्हाट यू वांट टू डू।
थैंक यू।
गुड इवनिंग मैम। हेलो मैम।
हाँ प्लीज।
मेरा क्वेरी ये था कि मैम मैं यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन कर रहा हूँ फॉर द लास्ट 2 इयर्स। सो मैम फर्स्ट टाइम दिया था तो भी प्री नहीं मिला, सेकंड टाइम में नहीं मिला। तो मैम जो इमोशनल सपोर्ट हमें घर से जो मिलता है, लेकिन हम बाहर के प्रिपरेशन करते हैं, तो रात को 2 बजे तक 13 घंटे पढ़ना, फिर उसके बाद फिर रिजल्ट नहीं आना, तो मैम ये टूट जाता है। उसके बाद फिर हमारे साथ के जो बच्चे होते हैं उन्होंने तो अपना बैकअप ले रखा होता है, कोई एमबीए कर लेता है, कोई आगे ज्वाइन कर लेता है, तो मैम हम क्या मतलब हम इस चीज को कैसे डील करें?
That's why I said you should always study for UPSC along with doing something. उससे आसान होता है। बैकअप होने से हम कॉन्फिडेंट बने रहते हैं और हमें कभी टेंशन नहीं होती कि अरे ये नहीं हुआ तो क्या हुआ। बिकॉज whatever the competitive exam, it is named as competitive exam. उसमें कुछ लोग सक्सेस होंगे, कुछ नहीं होंगे, लेकिन हमें तैयार रहना है दोनों एग्जिजेंसीज के लिए। फर्स्ट। सेकेंड, अगर प्रीलिम्स क्लियर नहीं हो रहा मतलब हमारी डिकोडिंग प्रीलिम्स की उतनी अच्छी हुई नहीं है। बिकॉज प्रीलिम्स इज समथिंग विच वी विल हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, वी विल हैव टू एक्वायर द स्किल ऑफ डूइंग मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस, प्लस वी विल हैव टू रीड अ लॉट। या तो रीडिंग में प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, नहीं तो स्किल में प्रॉब्लम हो रही है। वेरेवर इट इज, इफ यू आर रियली सर्टेन यू वांट टू गिव सिविल सर्विसेज ओनली, देन प्रिपेयर ऑन दोज लाइन्स। इन दोनों को स्ट्रॉन्ग कर लो, प्रीलिम्स हो जाएगा। बट अल्टीमेटली व्हाटएवर वी डू, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में हिस्सा लेने के लिए आप आए हैं, है ना, आप कूद गए हैं। जब मैदान की जंग में कूद जाते हैं तो घबराते नहीं हैं, तब या तो खेलते हैं नहीं तो बाहर निकलते हैं। वहां पे आधी तलवार से नहीं खेलते, है ना। सो इफ यू आर इन अ अरीना ऑफ ग्लैडिएटर्स, तो वहां पे क्या बेमन से खेलोगे? बेमन से खेलोगे तो पक्का मारे जाएंगे। खेलना है तो जोश से, हिम्मत से, पूरी एनर्जी के साथ खेलना है। और अगर नहीं मिल रही एनर्जी, नहीं मन कर रहा, तो बाहर आ जाना है। नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट, बट आधे मन से नहीं खेलना। बिकॉज सम थिंग्स लाइक लव, फ्रेंडशिप and competitive exam should not be done with half heart. They should be done with full heart only.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My name is Shinsa. Ma'am, once you said in Josh Talks that never give up if you fail. So I want to ask you, then what is the success?
Success is when you have stopped failing. And there comes a time when you keep trying, you keep improving. I'm not saying in one exam only. I'm not saying कि अगर आपने civil services में पहले attempt, दूसरे attempt, तीसरे attempt में fail हो गए तो चौथा दो. I'm not saying those attempts. But yes, your zeal to become successful in whatever you do, should be there. एक जैसे कहते हैं ना शिद्दत should be there, that if not this, if not this, but I will be successful however and whatever it takes. स्टीव जॉब्स अगर कॉलेज में सिर्फ और सिर्फ कॉलेज करते रहते तो एप्पल नहीं बनता. कितने एग्जाम्पल्स हैं. अगर देयर आर सो मेनी एग्जाम्पल्स वेयर यू सी कि जैसे सुंदर पिचाई ही वांटेड टू गिव सिविल सर्विसेज. अगर दे देते तो क्या हो जाता. एंड वी नेवर नो वेयर अ चाइल्ड विल बी सक्सेसफुल, वेयर वी विल बी सक्सेसफुल. But wherever and whatever we are doing it with honesty. And if things go south, don't worry. जब तक मन है तैयारी करने का करेंगे, एग्जाम देंगे. जिस दिन नहीं होगा, we will choose something else.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. Ma'am, the way you mentioned regarding the word physics, even I many times, if you see my profile, I write physics teacher of India. Like I do conduct sessions in the small villages or the students, those who need physics, in the constructive format, which brings spirit and harmony. And physics today stands as a part of India where you will be self-reliant. और एक मेरा suggestion है यहाँ सबको, when you use the word innovation, now this time is for India. It's better, this is a British word. It's now time to strike it out. Replace innovation by the word innovation, meaning India's invention.
Innovation.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Just a second.
Ma'am, I just want to ask one question as a parent.
As a parent, just
Yeah.
a bit.
When your child is competent and intelligent also, but he is showing complacency, how to motivate the child?
Let his time come. And you just have to be patient. If a child is bright, maybe initial years में वो उतना serious नहीं हो, लेकिन जैसे ही उसको आप थोड़ी सच्चाई दिखाएंगे, थोड़ा लाइफ से वो रूबरू होगा बच्चा, वो अपने आप कवर कर लेगा. डोंट वरी, डोंट प्रेशराइज. लाइक अगर हम बच्चे को ये कह देते हैं कि आप ये मत करना, बेटा एक टॉफ़ी रखी है इसे खाना मत, तब तो वो ज़रूर खाएगा. चाहे उसको पसंद भी नहीं हो तब भी वो खा लेगा. और अगर उसे नहीं पसंद है तो रखी रहने दीजिए, मत खिलाओ उसे, वो नहीं खाएगा.
Is the right approach to show some stringency while guiding the kids, such kids?
No exigency, no urgency. You just show them what is the life of successful people, what are the challenges people face if they do not work hard. Just subtly सिर्फ दुनिया अच्छे से दिखानी है, घुमाना है बच्चे को, अच्छे से दुनिया दिखानी है कि क्या चल रहा है. उसे ये नहीं कहना पढ़ोगे नहीं तो ये बन जाओगे, रिक्शा वाले बन जाओगे, ऐसा नहीं कहना. क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली let him find his own path. He or she will. हमें ऐसा लगता है मैं ये जानती हूँ कि सिविल सर्विसेज में जितने भी बच्चे आते हैं जिन्हें स्मार्टेस्ट ऑफ द लॉट समझा जाता है, सारे बच्चे अपने स्कूल्स में एवरेज रहे, लगभग सारे अपने स्कूल्स में एवरेज या अबव एवरेज रहे हैं. ओनली वेरी फ्यू आर एक्सेलेंट schools में. Still they could crack that exam. Still they could be serious enough to crack that exam. This means it's not important कि कब वो अपनी achievement के लिए passionate हो रहे हैं. It's important जब ज़रूरत है तब हो रहे हैं कि नहीं हो रहे हैं. स्कूल में 70, 80, 90 भी चल जाएंगे, लेकिन जब कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम दे रहे हैं तब उनके अंदर वो डेडिकेशन आना चाहिए, क्योंकि वहाँ पे उनका करियर सेट हो रहा है. So let him come to the टाइम जहाँ पर उनको सच्चाई और बेहतर समझ आने लगे.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, बेटा.
Good evening, ma'am. It is a really big honor to be speaking to you today, and it has always been my dream to see you in reality.
Thank
my
you.
question is that all the students, mainly most of the students of our batch in my school, they aspire to become civil servants. They dream to work for the nation. And I also want to become a civil servant. I want to join the Indian Foreign Service. So, ma'am, according to you, what can be an approach from this age to work towards this examination, and what ideas should we work upon, along with how can we start the basic preparation from scratch for this examination?
Newspapers, NCRTs. Be thorough with NCRTs. Read it not just from a perspective of solving some questions. Read it to gain knowledge and understand the perspectives. Overall चीजें समझ आनी चाहिए. This means when you are reading the Battle of Panipat, then you must know why it happened, why only in Panipat, and how it could have happened. Could things have been different? अगर history का कोई event change हो जाता तो, you know, the analysis part. And if you understand the analysis of your basic history, polity, economy during school times itself, then civil services preparation will be a cakewalk, not very difficult.
Thank you so much.
Fine.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a question. You have opened a center in Delhi. Just I want to ask, what are the opportunities over there?
Opportunities like?
For anyone, means what is the center is about, and if maybe people have any opportunity over there. That what I want.
People can visit the website. It's thethastoics.com. Whenever I'm speaking, I just avoid mentioning about the initiative. So it's an initiative which prepares a student for civil services, various dimensions of it, along with motivating them to pursue it along with their graduation and post-graduation. In the nutshell. Anyone else? Shall we call it? Thank you so much for being such a lovely audience. Thank you.